In this video we will see how to use the GoPro Hero 11, and it also worked for the 10, the 9, the 8, I think the 7, probably the 12 and the 13 and the 14, but actually we will do that video with the 11. So what do we have over here? Let's take a quick look at the camera. We have in front a speaker, we have another one on top, we've got a recording button, we've got a power button on the side, and we have a door that we can open by using your nails and pressing really hard. You press, you see on that little part over here, so you press and you open the door. The door can be removed. You just take it sideways, just press. You can just press like that and it will go off, and you can put it back. We'll see that later. For the moment, we have a USB connection right over here. We've got a battery that can be removed just like that. And there's also the SD card reader that is just right here. Right there. Let's put it back inside. It's easier to remove when the battery is removed. So let's put it back in place. We can set it just like that, shut the door, and let's start that camera so we can see how it works. So we press and hold that power button, and it's kind of easy to use. So what do we have here? We are into video mode. If I want to record something, I hit the record button and the recording is start. I have the timer just right there and I record my stuff, and when I press back that record button, it stopped the video. If I want to see that video, I swipe up from the very bottom and I can play that video. From there I can swipe to see the other one. The tactiles doesn't go so great all the time, but it works still. Then if you want to take a photo, you swipe on to the left for the right, and once you reach that mode you can press the record button and it will take a photo. If you move on the left, you got the time-lapse mode, so you just press that start button and it will start a time lapse. Actually, you can see that the timer is not rising very quickly. It's because it's taking a photo to a certain speed that is very slow. It can be one picture every 2 seconds, so it might take a minute before you see 1 second here. But this is the timer of the actual footage that you have recorded into that mode. Let's stop that. Oh, we forgot 1 second. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty straightforward. You got video, photo, and time lapse, and you choose the mode, you hit the record button, and the recording is started. Now, if you want to play in the settings, that's what we will see. Actually, in that mode, I don't have access to the settings, and to get them, what I need to do is to swipe down and go on the right page and change the control that is by default on easy, and I want to change it to Pro. From there, when I return to that main page, I've got that black bar at the bottom, and when I press on it, I do have access to some other presets, like for example here we've got the time lapse, we've got the time warp, and we've got light painting and some other presets. So for example, I press on the pen here, I've got access. If I press on the pen here, I said I've got access to some other options, and it's the very same thing. If I go out of there and go into video mode, hit that one, go into the pen, I've got access to full of feature, I've got access to my resolution, frame per second, the format, everything is inside there. I won't go in detail into that video because I made a specific video that I deep dive in detail about all the options that you can find in the settings for all the mode, for photo, for video, and for time lapse. You can see them. They will pass one by one on the upper left corner, or you can find them into the descriptions. Now, let's go inside the settings. So you swipe down from any recording page, and that's the option we have over here. There is that voice control that you can enable or disable. We will come back on this one a bit later. That famous beep that you got every time you start recording a video, every time you stop, every time you power on and power off the camera, and probably so many other times. If you want to disable it, you just disable it just right there. The next one is the quick capture. If I set it to on, what it will enable is that if I power off the camera, I don't need to power on the camera to record a video. So this means that if I just press the record button, it will turn on quite quickly and start recording a video right away, very fast. Fortunately, when you stop it, it will power off the camera and you have no option to keep it on. So if you want to put it back on, you have to turn it on by pressing and holding the side button. I would have liked if they did like they did with the Osmo. So when you stop recording, you have 3 seconds to tap on the screen to cancel the turn off of the camera. But they didn't. The next one is the lock screen. So if you just make sure you don't hit something accidentally, you will have to press and slide to unlock the camera. Let's disable that. That is for a max lens that I never tried. And this one locked the screen, so it doesn't do that kind of things when you turn the camera. If you leave it on that if you hit that option, it will always be that way. The next one is for the front screen. So as you can see here, when I am on that screen, that's what we see. I am recording in 16:9, so I see everything of the picture, but there's another option that can fill up all the screen, but you will lose the sides. So look at how you can see both sides of the lens. If I come back here, swipe down and put it on full screen, that's what I have right now at the very same distance. I don't like it. This one. You can also have status, so this will tell you the recording number of what you are recording or those kind of things. Or you can also put the screen to off. If you want to avoid all reflection, you can set it to off. Personally, for most of the time, I leave it that way. Now, the other feature that might be interesting to see, auto upload. Seriously, don't touch it. Don't lose your time with it. This is one of the reasons why I did buy a GoPro, and it's a joke. It's a joke. Seriously, the idea is that you don't have to remove the SD card and you got your files into your computer without disconnecting anything. The thing is that it takes forever to transfer. For example, the first thing I did try was something like a 1-minute video shoot. I think it did take at least half an hour and the video was compressed. So finally I did remove the SD card of the camera. It's a joke. Don't lose your time with it, and I think you need this GoPro subscription for this. It's a joke. It's a joke. The wireless connection, I don't really use it. The GPS, I like to set it on so it geotag your video, photo, and everything. Voice control, I said I will come back to it. You have to choose the language over here, and just right under there, you've got a list of all the command that you can ask to the GoPro. Then you can change the language, date and time, and those kind of things. Let's go into general. What else do we have interesting? Beep volume, we already see that. Quick capture. Oops. Auto power off might be interesting. I think it is. So if I don't use it for 5 minutes, it power off. You can set it to 15, 30 minutes or just never. The LEDs, that is one that you see front off only. That is something that I did change. The front one is just right there. And Same principle as I said before. Sometime I can see it in reflection, so I disable it because it ruins some of the shot I did. And well, yeah, that's pretty much it. I think it does the tour for that video. I hope it was helpful. In a few seconds you will have the playlist of all the tutorial I did with that camera. That might be useful to you. If you have any question, please ask in the comment. And well, I hope to see you in another video. Take care. See ya.